This AB line is connecting these two means in the top row. It's connecting the mean of orange juice at time 1, which is 4.5, with the mean of milk at time 2, which is 1. So here's 4.5, and here's 1. There's a pretty steep drop-off going from 4.5 down to 1. This BA line is connecting the mean of orange juice at time 2 with the mean of milk at time 1. It's connecting the two means of 4.5 and 4, which isn't very much of a drop-off. It's only going down by 0.5. So the two lines are not parallel, and we have an interaction. We have an interaction between the independent variable, which is type of drink, and the order of conditions. You can see that when the participants drank orange juice first and milk second, they rated the orange juice much more highly than the milk. But when the participants drank milk at time 1 and orange juice at time 2, they rated the two drinks about the same. That's why there isn't very much of a drop-off here. Since we have this interaction in our data set, we can see that we have asymmetrical transfer in our data set. When you have asymmetrical transfer in your data set, like we have here, then the overall difference between the mean of condition 1 and the mean of condition 2 will be skewed. It'll either be exaggerated or it'll be shrunken down. In this study, the difference between the mean of 4 orange juice ratings and the mean of 4 milk ratings was exaggerated because these two low ratings up here brought down the mean of the 4 milk ratings, and that created a larger difference between the means of the two conditions. So whenever you have asymmetrical transfer in your data set, then your study is actually confounded. You have a carryover effect that confounds the difference between the means of the two conditions. In this case, the study is confounded because the milk condition is suffering from a carryover effect at time 2, but the orange juice condition isn't suffering from a carryover effect at time 2, which means that the milk condition had an unfair disadvantage in this experiment. One way we could have prevented asymmetrical transfer in this study is to have a longer break between conditions. If these two participants had a longer break between drinking orange juice and drinking milk, then there would be enough time for the orange juice to wear off, and then the milk would have tasted fine at time 2.